players for tonight's action. From Team Electric, number 1, Neo Joseph. From Team Impact, let's welcome to the field number 0, Joseph Buchanan III. From Team Electric, let's welcome number 2, Patrick Robinson Jr.
How's that?
From Team Impact, let's welcome number 1, Jordan Lane. From Team Electric, let's welcome number 3, J.R. Harris. From Team Impact, let's welcome number 2, Jalen Lane. From Team Electric, let's welcome to the field number 4, Jerry Allen Jr. From Team Impact, let's welcome to the field number 3, Jacoby Dixon. From Team Electric, let's welcome to the field number 5, Caleb Cruz. From Team Impact, let's welcome to the field number 4, Xavier McDaniel. From Team Electric, let's welcome to the field number 6, Traverse TJ Sly. From Team Impact, let's welcome number 5, Kareem Shaw. From Team Electric, let's welcome number 7, Jaden Kelly. From Team Impact, let's welcome number 6, Andrew Beard. From Team Electric, let's welcome number 8, Jacob Bly. From Team Impact, number 7, Lapu Lomoli. From Team Electric, number 9, Josiah Robinson, excuse me. From Team Impact, let's welcome number 8, Fletcher Kane. From Team Electric, number 10, Trey Jimena. From Team Impact, number 9, Austin Bullis. From Team Electric, number 11, Kay Gooden. From Team Impact, number 10, Rory McNeese. From Team Electric, number 12, George Harris. From Team Impact, number 11, Caden McCarty. From Team Electric, number 13, Xavier Bala. Team Impact number 12, Garrett Baker. From Team Electric number 14, Landon Holly. From Team Impact number 13, Nicholas Morris. From Team Electric number 15, Michael Stringer. From Team Impact number 14, Oscar Fry. From Team Electric number 16, Matthew Mahoney. From Team Impact number 15, Corey Brown. From Team Electric number 17, Aiden Montgomery. From Team Impact number 16, Julius Jones. From Team Electric number 21, Christopher Whitehead Jr. From Team Impact number 17, Taylor Daniels. From Team Electric number 22, Cade Hall. From Team Impact number 21, Zayden Gamble. From Team Electric number 24, Max Brown. From Team Impact number 22, Demetrius Prada. From Team Electric number 30, Carlos Blanc Jr. From Team Impact number 24, Julian Dillard. From Team Electric number 33, Elijah Peaks. From Team Impact number 25, Joe Pierre Furtado. For Team Electric number 40, Cruz Jones. From Team Impact number 32, J.D. Lane. From Team Electric number 42, Jacob Rominski. From Team Impact number 33, Hubba Wilford. From Team Electric number 44, Jaden Work. From Team Impact number 44, DJ Rump. From Team Electric number 60, Charles Burkhart. From Team Impact number 60, Jacob Burns. From Team Electric number 61, Jaden Dean. From Team Impact number 61, Steven Hannon. From Team Electric number 70, Jordan Caraway. From Team Impact number 70, Gus Corsair. From Team Electric number 72, Aiden Hartnett. From Team Impact number 72, Gabriel Prince. From Team Electric number 74, Brady Hall. From Team Impact number 74, Caleb Unger. From Team Electric number 76, Caden Moss. From Team Impact number 76, Jordan Dillon. From Team Electric number 84, Zane Rose. from Team Impact number 84, Luke Brewer. And rounding out Team Electric number 90, Kyron Hayward. Team Impact number 85, Christian Pancake Hunter. And rounding out Team Impact number 90, Timothy Harvey. Big round of applause for both sides and all these great athletes.
Still trying to figure out how to do it.
And before we get started with tonight's action, let's welcome our captains to midfield for tonight's coin toss. Also joining us for tonight's coin toss, let's put our hands together for Collier County Commissioners Ken Caldwell and Bill McDaniel. Also accompanied for tonight's coin toss, Sheriff Rambach. Big round of applause as they make their way to midfield. And let's welcome to midfield your captains for tonight's game.
I can't hear you. I was out there.
And it looks like Team Impact has won the toss, but has elected to defer to the second half. Team Electric will set up for the kickoff. Before we get started with tonight's action, we ask that everybody please rise, remove your caps for honoring America and the playing of our national anthem.
We welcome you to the Paradise Sports Complex in Naples, Florida for the 13th FBU All-American Bowl. At the Paradise Sports Stadium, Neil Sika, longtime FBU ambassador Joe Buffard here to have some fun. It's the 13th edition of this game. Team Electric against Team Impact. They've changed up the team names. Impact will be in black, Electric in white. Joe, it's great to see you. We're ready to have some fun, and if you look at these 60-plus freshmen from 21 states, you may not know their names, but over the course of the next 4 years, you'll remember after this introduction and one of the top games in America for the rookies out there in the sport.
No question, Neil. This game has got great tradition. I think the names are fitting. Electric, Impact, because the atmosphere here at the Paradise Sports Complex is electric for the Freshman All-American Bowl game, and the impact that being on this team puts these gentlemen on a trajectory of great national exposure and just increases with the history of the athletes that's played in here. I'm ready to kick it off.
This stadium hosting the game for the 4th consecutive year. It's a jewel of a facility. We are 20 minutes away from the Gulf of Mexico and the Paradise Coast. Bowl week with the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade championships tomorrow, but this is the marquee game. 60-plus of the nation's top freshmen. Team Impact won the toss. They deferred, and receiving will be Team Electric, who's in white and blue. Underway, and the opening kickoff with a great return out over the 35-yard line where Electric will begin. And Caleb Cruz, the first Permian Panther, of course, if you know the name Friday Night Lights, the TV show, the movie, and the great book by Buzz Bissinger, Mojo has made its way down, and that was a great return to start things off for Cruz, the 5'10 defensive back, and now the offense comes out for Team Electric. Their head coach, Rod Dollar, 3 decades of experience. Prince Avenue Christian, an offensive line coach there where they won their state championship on Monday in Georgia. He calls the plays, and the opening one is going for 2 yards into a slew of black shirts. Both these defenses were really taking pride in how they performed over the course of the last 2 or 3 days. And that's the interesting thing, Joe. All-star games, right? The end result is inconsequential, but you're putting together and meshing guys from all over the country in a short amount of time. So sometimes the continuity takes a little bit.
Exactly. These guys have a short week of practice. This is an intense week of practice. However, they've got to get the entire playbook. They've got to sync as a team so they can execute their plays properly. And our first pass of the game is an incomplete one.
J.R. Harris was looking over the middle and was hoping to find that pass to Michael Stringer. So it will bring up 3rd down. Call it 8 for Team Electric. Adi 0 and 3-stripe. The Adidas brands, but these are the names of the new cleats that they will debut over holiday and winter 2023 and 24. Harris from Carrollton, Georgia, starting the game. And on 3rd down from the gun, in hot pursuit, and spills out of bounds, where Caden McCarty from the Cy Ridge Rams in Houston, Texas, will run him out, but after a gain of 6. So 4th and 2 coming up.
It'll be interesting to see how much pressure these quarterbacks get. There's some phenomenal defensive linemen. And, again, during the time of the week, not all the guys get to really we get the first down on this play.
Well, we're not going to call it the tush push or the brotherly shove, the electric boogaloo. How about that? Going forward for 2 yards and a first down. Well, the team in white to move the chains on 4th and 2. And you mentioned the pressure. You can blitz in the final 2 minutes of the half and the final 2 minutes of the game. Opening possession for Team Electric. 21 states represented amongst the 60-plus individuals who just completed their freshman seasons, many of them with experience at the varsity level, and some have already won state championships. Not much of the middle coming up for the running back in Nino Joseph, the local product from Lely here in Naples. And he ran for over 1,000 yards as a freshman in his varsity season. They stacked the wide receivers with 4 on 2nd and 9, and Harris throws, and it's in and out of the hands of Aiden Montgomery. It was a JV player, but just a part of a program that won a AAA state title in South Carolina. It falls incomplete.
Again, look at the size and the athletic ability of these guys. They are freshmen. That's the key thing you got to remember when you look at what these guys, their accolades coming into the game and how they're performing today. They are freshmen.
So many of them cutting their teeth along the FBU National Championship route, the tournament that will conclude tomorrow. Harris out of a straitjacket with that pocket collapsing. Threw it low for Joseph. It's going to bring up 4th and 8. And the punt unit will come on for Electric. Well, the pursuit off the edge was coming strong. You had McCarty in there, Joe Buchanan, Julian Dillard, Christian Hunter up front. The Impact defense in practice, they were not messing around the last 2 days. Struggle for their offensive players to move the ball, and we're going to get to see them in a matter of moments. Matthew Mahoney standing back at his own 37 to punt. And our first penalty marker comes in. This crew out of Southwest Florida, they always do a great job. Mike Connors is our referee.
Penalty is going to be against Team Impact for illegal substitution. 5-yard penalty.
So Impact brought a
Bringing
player on the
offense back
field
out.
late, and we'll get to see a 4th and short and in an all-star game format, roll the dice and bring him back out to play. Rod Dollar was the master. He was cash money when it came to success in these games. And I mentioned the results. They're inconsequential, but the coaching staffs who know each other so well, and we'll get into that in a bit, go back and forth with who's winning and who's losing. And Anthony Williams, veteran of NFL camps in the college game, has won the last 2, and a timeout is called here to discuss with a 4th and 4 upcoming. We're 2 minutes and 8 seconds in to our 13th FBU All-American Bowl. This was played mostly in San Antonio when it started. It was an 8th grade game and then morphed into featuring the freshman players who had just completed their first varsity year. And Naples hosting the game for the first time in 2017. They played the first 3 editions at Gulf Coast High School. For a guy like yourself, Booth, who's been a part of so many FBU moments through the year, I want to get you on your take on what's your favorite, but we'll wait for this play, which is a 4th and 4, and there's movement up front in the center. Knocked over, that's Jaden Dean. But it will be encroachment and an automatic first down. So they went with 2 penalties consecutively, and from 4th and 8 to first down and 10 at the 41-yard line. The give to Joseph. And he put the ball on the carpet. It belongs to Team Impact. So a wild series of events. Nino Joseph fumbles after 2 penalties in a 4th and 8 situation. Gave Team Electric a first down. And that ball smothered on top. Looked like Caden McCarty got on top of it for Team Impact.
Let's see what that Impact offense is going to do, what type of sets they're going to come out in. Single back.
The quarterback is Derek Baker. And he will bust outside, and that pass is deflected and intercepted. Josiah Robinson comes up with a football, and the first turnover for Team Impact. Back-to-back plays, it's given away, and Robinson has the football right back for the team in all white. From Lee's Summit, Missouri, out of Kansas City. He comes up with the interception.
Well, like I said earlier, Neil, we've got pressure coming in on the line and forces the quarterback outside to scramble, looking to throw. I thought he was going to throw it away.
Robinson, the football found him all season long at the JV and freshman level. He had 13 interceptions during the course of his season. Adds one more. Also had 12 touchdowns in the process. At the 40 on first down. And that throw down the seam is going to fall incomplete. Landon Holly is now the quarterback for Team Electric. Second down and 10 with 6:31 remaining here in the opening quarter. Second possession for Team Electric. On the toss sweep, Xavier Balla, who's from St. Anthony's in South Huntington, New York on Long Island, creeps forward for a few more. It'll bring up third down and 4. Turnovers swaying back and forth each way. On 3rd and 4. Holly.
Tried to bounce that outside. I don't think there was anything there.
Number 13 on the carry, Xavier Balla in the middle.
It's Balla who tucks it inside. It's going to bring up 4th and 1.
Gain of 3 on the play.
And quarterback Holly, who's from the Tampa area, goes under center.
Again with the short yardage play.
The Electric Boogaloo forward for a few more. And a first down. Wesley Chapel outside of Tampa. And last year, this signal caller who played at Eastlake, mostly JV, had 9 touchdown passes. Did Holly, but he's a state wrestler. He finished 4th in his weight class. So one heck of an athlete at 138 pounds. He's got a running back on each hip in the gun on first down. And on the second possession for Electric, they try to swing it out to Joseph. That will fall incomplete. Here's Holly on 2nd and 10. Finds the man in the middle.
Completion.
It's Cade Gooden from Shelbyville, Kentucky. That's outside of Louisville from the Collins Titans. Cade Gooden is so good. He could be playing quarterback in this game. He was magnificent his freshman season, but your positions are designated here for the showcase, of course. And Gooden, who threw for over 2,000 yards last season, makes an impression with the reception, picks up a first down. To the flats, and flattened down on that reception is Montgomery. And he's met on the outside. That tackle made with the coverage from the secondary. Good play by Xavier McDaniel from the Liberty Patriots in Henderson, Nevada. He had 60 tackles this past season. The throw to the end zone, it's picked.
Picked off.
Holly threw that into
Still
coverage.
on his feet, still going, getting some blocks on the outside.
Breaking out of the end zone.
Bringing it all the way into the 40 on the far side of the field. As you said, Neil, it's electric. The atmosphere here, the big plays, gets the entire crowd juiced up.
Zayden Gamble with the pick. And he's one of the top defensive backs in the country, and a guy that just won a state championship at St. Thomas Aquinas in Fort Lauderdale. So we've had 3 turnovers within the first 7 minutes of the game, and that's the second turnover by Team Electric. And Oscar Fry is going to have himself his first chance to run the show for the Impact offense. Fry from Brownsburg, Indiana, his freshman year on the freshman team, and he threw for over 2,000 yards and 30 touchdown passes. He's got Jacoby Dixon in the backfield with him. He'll give to the former FBU 8th grade Dallas star who won a national championship on this field last year. He'll go for a couple of yards. Dixon, 1,100 yards on the varsity team for the Brenham Cubs. That's 75 miles northwest of Houston. No points, but plenty of action in this first quarter.
It has. Like I mentioned earlier, it's electric atmosphere. The big plays we're getting now on some turnovers, but fortunately Team Electric was in the red zone, turned the ball over, so let's see what Impact can do with the ball finally in their offensive hands.
Into the flat it goes for the tight end, Luke Brewer. And Brewer's got a couple more. From the Norwalk Warriors in Des Moines, Iowa. He's got an Iowa State offer. You get a look at Fry. He throws such a nice ball. And all the standouts in this game excel at their positions. But a very accurate passer. He's a 4 handicap in golf, too. Now he's got a 3rd and 7, and he's swallowed under. And Crew Jones, well, he is the wrecking crew. He got to him from Millville, Utah. That's near the Idaho border. Born in Hawaii. He's already got 5 offers, Washington State, BYU among them. And he brings down Fry for the sack. So the punt unit comes on, and that interception and 47-yard return by Gamble flatlines just inside of Electric territory. But this is a nice punt. Coffin corner stuff from Rory McNeese from Brownwood, Texas. And the Lions punter of the future, who's plied his trade at the Rubio School of Long Snapping and Kicking, will put that inside the 10. And for the 3rd time, Team Electric gets the football in this first quarter.
And the NCAA. Learn more at wilson.com.
A fumble and an interception for Team Electric.
But a great punt by McNeese puts Team Electric deep in their territory.
37-yard punt when it's all said and done. It's Joseph gashing through the A-gap for 7 healthy yards on first down. Well, that big and strong offensive line, 6'3", 280, Brady Hall from Somerset, Kentucky, along with Jaden Dean, the center. Caden Moss, 6'5", mountain of a man from Jackson Academy in Mississippi, all leading the way. 2nd and call it a long 4. Joseph gets near the sticks, and it's actually enough for a first down, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Naples. No points on the board, but plenty of fireworks. 3 turnovers in all. The defense making plays in the 13th edition of the FBU All-American Bowl from Naples here at the Paradise Sports Complex.
football fans, welcome to Naples, Florida this December for FBU Championship Week. With great hotel accommodations and activities for the entire family, there's no better place to be in December than Paradise Coast. Join the wave and get your family on the path to Naples. To learn more, visit ParadiseCoast.com and follow us on social media at Paradise Coast.
We welcome you back to the Paradise Coast Sports Complex and the stadium packed to capacity for the 13th FBU All-American Bowl. On the move, and the throw by Harris is off the mark for the third possession for Team Electric. Collier County Commissioners Dan Kowal and Bill McDaniel joining me now. Gentlemen, great to see you. It's season's greetings to you both, and a spectacular atmosphere. And once more, Naples never disappoints. And I know this is a special event for you. Why is it so special that the future football stars of this country come here and play and showcase here in Naples?
Well, we're just so proud they can all come here, and the experience of traveling from all over the country. I've heard today we've had some people as far as Seattle, Washington, to come all the way in here to Naples, Florida. And it's our pleasure to provide this facility so you guys can host us every year. It's quite an experience for these kids.
It's a magnificent facility, and it keeps getting bigger and better. You've got the water park coming in and all the fields. And, of course, football is not the focus all year round with the multiple sports, lacrosse and soccer, and it makes it a destination spot for so many athletic events throughout the year.
Absolutely. We just did an expansion of the facilities that we have here, just as you mentioned, for soccer and for lacrosse at the same time. And then with Great Wolf Lodge being directly next door, that's going to do nothing but enhance the capacity for folks to come and visit.
Harris is going to be sacked on third down. Not much brewing except 4 yards picked up on this drive for Team Electric. They're going to have to punt the football, and the gentleman on your screen, Dan Kowal, Bill McDaniel. When did you maybe feel throughout the course of this community and this market that you need something like this to draw in the attraction? Because you get a lot of tourists that come in, but to draw in the families, the young players that might want to take part in what the Paradise Coast and Southwest Florida has to offer.
Just in short, the history with this originally, this facility was set up as a, and you just tell me whenever you have to do your announcement.
I can intervene with you, and on this punt return, we get Gamble moving down the field. He has made two spectacular plays and a punt return touchdown. Gamble had the pick of 47 yards.
He stepped out.
And they will say he did step out. And see, that's why you're also on board here, to point out what we don't see. But Gamble, you got to look at the replay. He has been sensational, and he's just across the way from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and St. Thomas Aquinas right there. Great shot by our crew. Prep Spin providing our coverage tonight, and they do a fabulous job. But continue on, Bill. You were saying the driving force to get people to come here and participate in something like this.
Originally, there was going to be a professional baseball stadium here, and I was recently just got elected, and I had the dubious honor of canceling that transaction and then bringing forward this whole project.
Well, professional baseball and, of course, spring training and being such a big part of Florida and the Grapefruit League.
And it looks like there was a fair catch signal.
Wow, they're going to bring this back because they're going to say that a fair catch was called for by Gamble, ruling out what was a sensational return, even if he did step out in the end. But how do you envision the future and what comes next, not only building here and the infrastructure, but what do you want to see continue to develop right here at the Paradise Sports Complex and Naples in general?
Yeah, well, that could take longer than a quarter of break.
We've got time for you.
We just engaged with a professional soccer team. The
It'd be the ML League 2, like their second division.
Oh, MLS Next Pro.
Still Next Pro.
Yes.
But,
you're speaking my language.
yeah, these individuals supposedly have the rights to the next team, and they came in and kind of gave us a presentation, and we're waiting to see what the next step's and where it's gonna go from here. But I think this would be, and they're talking about doing it in the summer months, so that would fill in some gaps where typically we don't have a lot of events going on in the summer months. So.
And some guy named Messi's about 90 miles across the road playing with Inter Miami in their Fort Lauderdale-based stadium for now. But that would be wonderful. You bring in something like that, and that sport continues to grow. But youth football has become so popular. And, of course, your relationship with Football University, these are the best guys in the business at what they do. And their ability to identify a talent and bring the showcases of the players you see on the field, second to none.
What an opportunity for these kids from all over the country, as Dan was saying. They're from all over the country to be able to come here and showcase.
Yeah, you imagine they're the top of their own teams back home, the cream of the crop, and then they're recognized regionally to be accepted into the regional teams, and then to travel to something like this is just amazing.
That pass was intended for Lane. Did you guys play football growing up? I mean, does this bring back some memories for you?
Yeah, I was almost tempted to grab that ball we were down there before we flipped that coin. But, I grew up Western Pennsylvania, so I grew up just outside the city of Pittsburgh.
There you go.
It's in my blood. Yeah, I love football, love watching football.
Joe Namath, Dan Marino, all the great names.
Yeah, Mike Ditka.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tony Dorsett.
Tom
I could go on all day.
Braden's Ben.
Joe Montana, Johnny Unitas. How many more you want?
Impressive knowledge, and that punt bounces on the carpet once, and then Josiah Robinson, who's had an interception in this game, falling on top of it. Well, we look forward to great things to come, and Dan, Bill, magnificent job all week long. I know the kids, it's a moment of a lifetime for so many of these teams that come down, hope to get back, but for the freshman All-American, the 60-plus, I know you've made their week very special, and we thank you for the hospitality because it's been great each and every year coming here.
So thank you. Thank you.
All right.
We're honored to have you guys.
Collier County Commissioners Dan Kowal and Bill McDaniel.
Thank you, sir.
Here on our telecast of the FBU All-American Bowl. And we continue on here with 6:29 remaining in the half. And it's another possession, the fourth of this first half. We do not have points on the board yet. Landon Holly back at quarterback.
Number 13, Xavier Bala on the carry up the middle.
Xavier Bala
Gain on the play.
carrying for Team Electric. And they've had to punt. They fumbled on a drive inside impact territory. And turning it over off an interception where Gamble had the pick, returned it out to midfield. He had a punt return nullified because of a previously undetected fair catch called for. Holly's pass misses through the middle, so we're just coming up on the midpoint. We're just coming up on the midpoint of this second quarter. We play 10-minute quarters here. Holly on 3rd down and 3. And the run into the interior with the tackle made with Bala on the carry. And J.P. Furtado makes the tackle for Team Impact, so that's enough for a first down. The pass down the middle is complete. Breaking through for the touchdown is Michael Stringer. The opening points belong to Electric, and it was an electric play on the pass from Holly.
Number 15, Michael Stringer on the touchdown reception.
Michael Stringer, who was a target earlier in the game, and one of the local Floridians from Plantation and American Heritage High School, who had 6 varsity games, was mostly playing on the defensive side of the ball. His only point's a 2-point conversion, but this is a touchdown he'll remember for the rest of his football career, scoring the opening points in this FBU All-American Bowl.
Also, to get the real-time coverage of the 2023 FBU National
And so for the extra point,
B3 Sports, make sure to follow
Matthew Mahoney up and good. 7-0 is the score. Electric on the board.
National Championship.
And one more look at that play over the top where Stringer got behind the defense and hits pay dirt.
That's going to make the score 7-0.
And through the years, Battle Sports Equipment has allowed players to achieve those goals of hitting pay dirt. And Chris Circo, the president and founder, the CEO of Battle, with us now. It's been a long time, Chris, since I've seen you, and it's great to see you again. Season's greetings, and what a spectacular event we come to pass at here, with Battle playing an important factor in the football scene for so many years. But it's great to be back with you. And how have you been?
I've been great. How about you?
I've been fantastic. It's
Yeah, you look good.
football
You
in
sound
December,
good.
right? Get a little tan, get a little golf in. We go out and
Hey, this is
make things happen.
fantastic. I mean, obviously, it's been a long time since I've been here, and it's a lot different from when I was here last. This complex is amazing. You know, having all these people out here tonight to watch, an all-star game is fantastic. I mean, what an amazing crowd, amazing venue. Hats off. Great job.
We used to chat quite a bit back in the day when we were in San Antonio when this event was going on. I'm sure you can remember those
and
days.
ninth grade All-American game.
Yeah, those days that started at 8 a.m. in the morning and ended at 10 p.m. at night. But, of course, it's a special week here in Naples, and more specifically with your relationship through the years, and, of course, just in football in general with the equipment you provide and develop. How has your group evolved over the last 5 to 7 years?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great journey. We've been super blessed. I mean, football has given a lot to us. The business has grown substantially across apparel, footwear, shoulder pads, cleats. Obviously, it's been an amazing ride, and it really wouldn't be possible without all the families and parents and partners that we've developed over the years to get us where we are today.
Impact with the football. Oscar Fry, the quarterback, goes to his tight end Brewer. He will sneak out for about 6 yards. So much nowadays, the player's safety, concussion protocol often comes into discussion, and the protection for gear and the safety element that comes into what you help provide and develop. How has that changed for you?
I think it's a challenge. I mean, kids want to wear less protective gear. They want to be lighter. They want to be faster. So it challenges all of us to make something that delivers for them what they want to have on their body, and at the same time protects them as well as can be expected. And it just continues to push in every facet of the game.
That last pass complete, where Nick Morris has the reception. Couple of yards on the handoff to Jordan Lane, his twin brother Jalen from the Newcastle Rangers in Oklahoma City.
Gain of a yard on the play is going to bring up second down. Number 1, Jordan Lane on the carry.
And when you're keeping that in mind, are you looking to target the youth and make sure that they're the ones that start with it? Not to use such a sad story, but the cut gear in hockey and everything that occurred over the last couple of months. There's Lane coming open. Lane with the reception, and Lane down to the 20. That goes for 49 yards.
Great play.
Lane getting open down the sideline. A wheel route out of the backfield for Jordan Lane, who's 1 minute older than his twin brother. And he's 1 yard faster than the defense to get to the 20. There's Fry. Little too tall. But back to the question, is it more important to get to the youth earlier to be impressionable with that type of stuff so they can wear it and start getting used to stuff like that?
You know, the way we look at it is everybody who plays football is a customer of ours and someone we want to serve. I mean, with the advent of, certainly more girls flag, girls in the sport, we really target customers and kids at different age groups, trying to deliver to them what they need based on the sport that they're playing, whether it be flag, tackle, 7-on-7, etc.
Fry swarmed out of the pocket. Crew Jones missed him. Fry heading to that far sideline. Might have got the first down. Looks like he will get enough. So what is the 2024 calendar year shaping up for you looking like, and what are you excited about?
Well, we're always excited for 7-on-7 to start. I mean, you spend a whole year or a whole season going through tackle. You roll out a tackle, you're excited for 7-on-7. The travel, the teams, the kids, the talent, just continues to grow at such a rapid pace. Even the little kids.
On the take into the middle, it's Derek Baker, untouched for the touchdown. And Team Impact answers the electric score after that pass to Stringer. And Derek Baker from St. Thomas Aquinas. There are a few Raiders in this game from Fort Lauderdale, just off their state championship at the 3M level. And that design QB run all the way, finishing it with a plum, like a layup, because it was. And Rory McNeese for the extra point. It's right through. Now, through the years, it's not been the first time you've interacted, of course, with Football University. And what has this brand meant to you specifically in your relationship? Because it goes back a long way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you talk about not only the FBU, but the people that are part of FBU have really made a difference. I mean, this was certainly where we started with football. I mean, way back in the day, U.S. Army All-American Bowl. And it's been a long time coming. I'm excited to be back together. I'm excited to do some great things together. And I'm really impressed with, I haven't been here for quite a while. So this is just a great night for me to see all the people out watching, an all-star football game. You have thousands of people here. It's fantastic.
The weather shaped up for you, too, just in the nick of time. Beautiful day today on the Paradise Coast. A little cool, but no one's complaining about that. There was a penalty on Team Electric, which allowed Impact to move it up and go for two, and it's converted once again on the run by Baker. And Impact will take its first lead, 8-7. So we had no points through the first 15 minutes of this game, and in the last 3 minutes, back-to-back possessions with scores. And you'll be here throughout tomorrow. And
yeah, absolutely. I wanted to come down, see the whole thing. I've been here since the week started, so I wanted to just get another, not another, but the first glance at what this looks like down here. And it certainly is different than what I'd experienced before in a very, very good way. I think they've done a great job moving the ball, so to speak, on this thing.
Well, the founder and CEO of Battle Sports is Chris Circo. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
it's
Merry Christmas,
yeah,
Happy
likewise.
New Year, and we send you all the best and look forward to seeing you in the future. What you provide in terms of outfitting the game, second to none. So great to see you again.
Likewise.
Well, let's not make it 7 or 8 years
the
next time I see
you. Take care. I assume I'm dismissed.
You are dismissed.
All right, take care.
You've got people to see, hands to shake. And that's Chris Circo here with us in Naples. So Battle, and of course the great visit from the Collier County Commissioners in Southwest Florida with Joe Buffard joining me back here in the booth. 8-7. See, you went away, and the points flourish on the last two possessions. A long touchdown pass to Stringer, and then nice drive by Team Impact, capped off by the runs by Baker.
No, it was great. Didn't miss a beat, standing right over here off camera, catching all the action, the big plays. Great to see Impact moving the ball a little bit, getting in that extra 2-point conversion to potentially, give them obviously the lead, but a nice drive.
2:29 remaining in the half. A touchdown, a couple of turnovers, and a punt for Electric with J.R. Harris, this quarterback from Carrollton, Georgia. Brings in some protection in the backfields.
Widen out trips. I think probably delay a game on that. Nope, they called timeout probably for the camera. So you know what's another interesting perspective with the amount of talent and speed on the perimeter in a game like this. These quarterbacks may not be used to seeing that much speed or talent on the opposite side. So it does allow them they may not have things open as quickly as they would in their home term, where maybe playing against a little less caliber athleticism back in their home schedule. So they're locked down. Their receivers aren't really getting open because there's so much talent on the opposite side of the ball.
There are multiple players who have received offers. And with the signing period coming up, of course, not officially for these freshmen, but the interest has been shown. Harris hits the seam. It's a little too shallow. He wanted Jaden Kelly, who's playing wide receiver and defensive back in this game, from Summerville in South Carolina. That's the Charleston area. Get a look at that big front for Team Electric. You've got 2nd down and 10. $1,800 yards for Harris this past season. First team All-Region 4A. He's going to try to go right back to the guy he was looking for on the first snap of the game in Aiden Montgomery, and Montgomery's got it. And that's a 1st down.
Moving the chains. Team Electric moving the chains.
Well, Aiden Montgomery loves DK Metcalf. Mostly JV with the AAA state champs, the D.W. Daniel Lions in Easley, South Carolina. He had 13 touchdowns, though. He hit 90 seconds remaining in the opening 20 minutes. Little pop sweep for Nino Joseph.
Yeah, they started off with trips to the field, motion out of that to a single back, or to a no empty backfield, brought Joseph back up and took it for a nice little gain.
Hova Wilford made the tackle. There you see him at fabulous high school stadium. It's like a college stadium. The Allen Eagles in Allen, Texas.
Impressive.
10 tackles playing varsity this past year. The linebacking core very stout for Team Impact. They're in black. They've got a 1-point lead.
Ooh. Little miscue on the backfield there. A running back went the wrong way, or quarterback opened up, wasn't quite sure where he was, but great recovery by Harris.
Harris will spill out.
And that's going to be enough for a Team Electric's 1st down.
That's enough for a 1st down.
Number 3, J.R. Harris on the carry.
Final 30 seconds. And Electric seemingly in no hurry. They had just called timeout to start the series. They're going to take one here. 20 seconds remain. Halftime coming up. 8-7. It was fun just meeting some of these young men, knowing full well, you mentioned the names that have come through this game. Trevor Lawrence, Christian McCaffrey, Sony Michelle, and their eyes light up because dreams can come true. Everyone's not going to have the same football path, Joe. You know that, but you get better through Football University, which they've done through their camps. Top Gun. This is a pathway to the All-American Bowl in San Antonio, and what a freshman showcase that we've had now going back over the last 13 years.
Oh, it has, and I've always kind of coined the phrase, this is the path to national exposure, whether it be the 10U national championship teams, to the 6th grade national championship, to the developmental camps, to Top Gun, to showcases like this.
Trips receivers far side. They brought Joseph out of the backfield, but there was movement early for Team Electric. So back them up 5.
So why they're backing this up, Neil, to kind of conclude on my point earlier before the play, is that, when I speak to a lot of athletes that have achieved their goals, whether it's playing at the next level collegiately, obviously into the pros, is the Football University has helped springboard their recruiting and or exposure. and it really helps get these athletes out there visibly much quicker rate.
Harris, McCarty bringing the pressure.
Nobody open. He's going to find. Oh,
has to sprint to the far side, and that will fall incomplete. In and out of the hands of Joseph. He had the fumble earlier. But he is tried and true, tested at the varsity level with Lely. He did have 3 receptions during the course of the varsity season. So 11 seconds.
2nd and 15. Spreading it out, single back, going with that stack look they've been playing. Electric's been using most of the, Coach Dollar's been using most of the night.
Harris.
Confuse those.
Once again, the seam route, it's through the hands of Gooden.
And again, if you're watching the talent of the speed, these DBs are breaking on the ball so quickly that they, again, these quarterbacks are using that being open and no one can touch it back on their home turf. But these are so much more athletic athletes out here. They're able to make those plays and close those throwing windows.
McDaniel was in coverage. Oh, we'll see how good Harris's arm is here, if they take a crack toward the end zone or dial up something that might have some tricks to it.
Trips to the field, single receiver down here. But Impact's got it. Nice shell of a coverage back there, not rushing too much, dropping everybody.
Harris gonna let it rip. That'll be complete, but
no time.
Well shy of where it needed to be. TJ Sly from Dunbar in Fort Myers up the road makes the reception. The half comes to an end. So it was 3 turnovers over the course of 10 minutes in the first quarter, and then back-to-back possessions with scores for Team Electric and Team Impact. And it's the team in all black from head to toe, leading at 8-7 after 20 minutes of action. Plenty of theater and plenty more ahead in the second half.
It is. I'm sure they'll get some corrections done. I think the guys get playing in a competitive environment, get some of the dust off, make some of the corrections on some of the mental errors that they had in the first half. And I think hopefully they play a little loose. Come on, have some fun in the second half, because this is all fun. Yes, it's competitive, but it is a showcase. And I always say this, and the All-American Bowl game on NBC, the next time these kids see so much talent is either at that NBC All-American Bowl game or if they're lucky enough to play on Sundays. The amount of talent on the same field at this level is very, very rare.
8-7 the score. Team Impact in front. 13th FBU All-American Bowl from Naples, Florida. And we'll pause and watch our coverage from the Paradise Sports Complex on the Paradise Coast in Naples.
Selection Committee has narrowed down its list of hundreds of nominees to 6 finalists for the prestigious FBU 8th Grade Player of the Year Award. The 6 finalists exhibit exemplary direction as they transition from their youth football careers to high school, said Eric Richards, National Recruiting Director for the All-American Bowl on NBC. Their proven leadership defines the award. Their character traits displayed of past winners on and off the field are proven guides for these young men to continue to follow. Over the years, it has become known as the Heisman Trophy of middle school football. Past recipients include 2-time Super Bowl winner Sonny Michel, Cam Akers, Bryce Young, 2024 Gatorade All-American, and Michigan commit Jaden Davis, and the #1 2026 player in the year's FBU National Championship MVP, Jacoby Dixon, who is here and present tonight. The 6 finalists for the 2023 FBU Player of the Year Award are Caleb Aida, linebacker from Garden Grove, California, and plays for Team Southern Cal. Emir Lemon, wide receiver from Columbus, Ohio, and plays for Team Ohio. Demarion Barrett, defensive back from Atlanta, Georgia, and plays for Team GFL. Brady Quinn, quarterback from Naples, Florida, and plays for Team Southwest Florida. Chaston Brighton, offensive line from Longview, Texas, from Dallas, Texas. And Owen DeSalvo, athlete from Cambridge, Massachusetts, and plays for Team Mass. And your winner is, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, Caleb Aida from Southern California, who plays for Team SoCal. Congratulations, Caleb. You are the 2023 FBU Middle School Player of the Year. Congratulations, Caleb. Let's give him a round of applause.
Welcome back to our coverage of the 13th FBU All-American Bowl. Our great prep spin crew, Neil Sika, longtime FBU ambassador Joe Buffard, having some fun. 8-7, the halftime lead for Team Impact. You saw the presentation maybe on your feed of the Football University Middle School Player of the Year. That went to Caleb Ayava from Garden Grove, California. One of 5 finalists. Amir Lemons of Columbus, Ohio, who will play with the FBU Ohio 8th graders tomorrow in the national championship game against FBU Maryland. Demarion Parrott, Brady Quinn, locally in Naples, Florida. Parrott from Atlanta, Georgia. And Chaston Wrighton from Longview, Texas. Those were the 5 finalists. And Ayava, who's a linebacker for the presentation but plays both sides of the ball in Garden Grove, wins the honor. Congratulations to him. So many great names that have come before him. Cam Akers, Sony Michelle. Here's the kickoff where Team Impact, they won the toss, they deferred, so they start with it here to begin the second half. That's Jordan Lane.
I think it was Julian Dillard on the tackle.
Well, Joe, these All-Star games, you're learning so many plays and concepts, and you've got professional level coaches with not only college but pro experience, so you're incorporating a lot, but you're going to have to get used to that, and you also want to see the offenses let it loose here in a game like this in the second half.
It is. I'll be curious to see what the Impact offensive coordinator, Chad Spain, out of played multiple teams in the NFL, running back, and his assistant, Tony Ballard, have come up with this for Team Impact in the second half.
Oscar Fry from Brownsburg, Indiana, starts the second half at quarterback, looking to the flat for Kareem Shaw, who's had one fine week of practice. He's one of 2 DW Daniel Lyons on the roster. In fact, Aiden Montgomery is his stepbrother. He's been targeted a few times, the wide receiver for Team Electric. Get a look at Fry, already mentioning he had 30 touchdowns on the freshman team and only 2 picks, so very efficient and accurate with his passes. And he's been in the range of finding his tight end, Luke Brewer. He's a good one from Des Moines, Iowa, and that's his 3rd target and 2nd reception for a gain of 3. 3rd and 7.
4-yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Great linebacking core of Team Electric. Cade Haug, Carlos Blunt Jr., George Harris, and Max Brown. His brother Sammy, one of the top linebackers in the country out of Jefferson, Georgia, committed to Clemson. Man fell open after the DB fell down. That was George Harris, just mentioning the linebackers, but the pass a little too strong for Lane, who was streaking open and would have had 6 if it was complete.
Yeah, that was frustrating when the DB fall. DB slips at all, you want to take advantage of that. Just didn't have the right touch to make that completion. So we're in a punting situation on 4th down.
3 and out. 4th and a long 6. McNeese standing at his 22. The native Texan. His favorite kicker, surprise, surprise, is Justin Tucker, one of the all-time greats and former Longhorn. That's going to hold down for Gamble. He was electrifying. He had the interception return. He thought he had a punt return touchdown. He had stepped out, but they also said he had previously signaled fair catch. So that brought the football back. Impact could not score that last time around. He downs this possession, and Team Electric to come out on offense. 6 possessions, a couple of turnovers, but they did have that nice 65-yard touchdown pass to the receiver, Michael Stringer. Landon Holly, 6'2", 165 pounds. Mentioned earlier, he finished 4th in his weight class as a state wrestler. 138 pounds, just coming off his freshman year. Rips it out into the flat, and there is nowhere to go. corralled in the open space. Montgomery. Zayden Gamble over to lasso him down for team impact. Also 2, 2nd and 12. Balla's in the backfield. Holly's throw comes to the near side of your screen. And Gooden, a couple of receptions tonight. Kentucky native slips out. 5A District 5 Player of the Year from the quarterback position for Gooden. He's got an Eastern Kentucky offer at that position already. There are about a dozen players who have offers, mentioned that on a couple of occasions, led by the 19 from Zane Rowe. He's on the defensive side of the ball for Team Electric, who's trying to move it here.
See where they spot that, Neil. Is that gonna, did he get that first down or forward progress negated it? Nope, we got the first down.
It is enough. It looked like they spotted him shy at first, but they give him the 39-yard line. That was 4th and 4. Love the aggressive play calling by Rod Dollar. Deep inside his own territory with no fear. Holly. Balla bumps through the middle, gain of 1.
Now, Balla is a familiar name to myself. He played on Team Connecticut from Long Island. St. Anthony's Friar. Tremendous program out of Long Island.
And he is a tremendous boxer.
He is.
The sweet science, a dying breed.
Do not go toe-to-toe with Xavier.
165-pound champ. To the flat. That is picked.
Are they giving it?
Interception. Then the second one of the game. Gamble with the first. And what a jump on the route in the flat. Holly is picked off. Corey Brown.
Does a great job getting up his hands underneath the ball so it doesn't touch the turf. And that gives it to Team Impact. Some pretty good field position. Let's see what Coach Spain's got to dial in the whole playbook now.
Corey Brown of the Dawson Eagles, Pearland, Texas, outside of Houston. He was primarily a receiver, but he loves Jalen Ramsey, and he closed on the football like him for the second interception. That's the third turnover in the game for Team Electric. And piling forward is Jacoby Dixon, and they rode him to an FBU national championship last year. Team Dallas for their first in 8 seasons when they won it last in 2015. Well, the exchange is smuggled, and then Dixon will fall on top of it off to the handoff from Baker. And that's something, too. You're normally getting guys in the gun. Just getting used to each other comes to be pretty prominent in these type of games.
It is, and on that previous play, he hit it so well with a nice little jump cut to the side and really exploded through the hole to give him that first down, but now it's pulled back on that slip.
Dixon had 19 total touchdowns, playing varsity, 15 on the ground. He gets the give for the third straight carry. Bouncing off would-be tacklers, Jacoby Dixon, showing how special he is. Gets 13 yards and comes within 1 of picking up another first. Crew Jones had a shot. So did a slew of bodies. Chris Whitehead Jr., but they couldn't come up with the tackle. So third down, call it 2 for Team Impact. Baker trying to surge straight ahead. Got just enough of a shove, and I think he got the first down.
Yeah, interesting bunch formation that they had there. You can see the spacing pre-snap of the receivers in a tight net stance.
Baker has the touchdown. He also had the 2-point conversion, which is the difference in this game. We go inside 5 minutes in the third quarter. His team coached by Anthony Williams. He's won the last 2 editions of this game, going against Rod Dollar. And the handoff with Dixon wrapped down in the backfield. Jaden Worth from the Aquinas Irish outside of Augusta, Georgia. He had 126 tackles this past season. And another here in the FBU All-American Bowl.
Well, with how quick he came off that corner, I can understand why.
Loves Micah Parsons. Swarmed on Dixon on that play. Coming up on 3.5 minutes remaining in the third. 2nd and 13. Baker's going to throw. He'll attempt to. He won't. Swallowed up. They blow it dead. Zane Rowe, there's the man I mentioned. He's got 19 offers, 15 of them from Power 5 schools, from the Geyer Wildcats in Denton, Texas. And he's in on the sack.
6'5", 220 freshman. Unbelievable. Size and speed and strength that he has.
He's also got an 89-mile-an-hour fastball and plays hoops. He was second team 5-6A All-District. His freshman season, you'll be hearing a lot from Zane Rowe in the future. He's 84 in white, just had the sack. It seems like 84 yards to go now for team impact. 3rd and forever, 3rd and 28. Taking a shot at the end zone, it's picked. In coverage, George Harris, who fell down on the previous series. This time he stays upright and makes the catch like a center fielder at the 5-yard line. The 5th turnover of the game. And Electric takes the football back. We had thought, just getting the temperature of the coaches, that the defenses would shine, and they are here in this All-American Bowl.
They are, and their turnovers are big play attempts. We're not really, dropping too many or putting the ball on the turf too much. They are attempting the big plays, and those are risky at times because you do turn the ball over.
We want to see some fireworks, some explosions.
Yeah.
So why not go for it?
These kids have the talent. Let them loose it. Let them loose.
I'm all about it. There were years of maybe conservative approaches in games, and you've seen them before, but not here at the FBU All-American Bowl. Quarterbacks have been alternating series. It's Harris again for Electric. He felt the pressure, and he found the pass over the middle to Trey Giametta from the Full Shear Chargers. It's about an hour outside of Houston. And this guy, one heck of a baseball player. He's already an Alabama commit as a pitcher. He's got a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. He's got his first reception here in the bowl. Goes for 9 yards. Harris from the pistol. Inside of 2 minutes, third quarter. No scoring in the period. It was 8-7 at the half. It's enough on the carry for Nino Joseph to get the first down. He got 3.
And that's going to be enough for Team Electric. First down.
Nanod, his given name, but goes by Nino. He's got an offer from Boston College. Got some breathing room, too, for Team Electric. At their own 17. Harris.
Scrambling.
The pocket broke down. And he wires his way to the outside. Gets out on the near sideline and makes something out of nothing. 7 yards for Harris, who ran for 529 yards and 7 touchdowns at Central High School in Carrollton this past season.
Timeout on the field for an injured player. Timeout on the field.
Oh, we got a player down. Not sure if we got a number on that yet.
Injured player on Team Impact. We'll pause. We'll come back with 1:02 remaining in the third. 8-7. And Team Impact leading Team Electric. Actually, we'll keep it right here. It's good to see. Right back to his feet.
Good.
Christian Pancake Hunter from the Milton Eagles in Milton, Georgia, was down for the moment, but he's returned and walking off to the sideline.
And that's one thing with these, all-star showcases is you pray that there are no injuries. We want everybody walking off the field safe. Battered and bruised a little bit, part of the game, but being able to walk off and injury-free is always one of the goals.
Just saw Corey Brown, who's got one of the interceptions for Team Impact, leading by 1 on the jet sweep. The speed on showcase for TJ Sly. Traveris TJ Sly. Oh, the run is off an Etch-a-Sketch, and the picture a masterpiece down to the 5. And Sly with the biggest play on offense, yardage-wise, for Electric in this game.
Now, let's go to the replay on this. There's one thing I want to point out for all of our young viewers is look at the downfield blocking by the other receivers. Almost makes it a touchdown play because he knew where he was, the ball was. Watch where he cuts it back across the grain. And number 8 right there, Bly, does a great job blocking. Look at the blocking, takes out 2-3 guys, continues downfield. Oh, that's a great takeaway for our young receivers out there.
66 yards on the run, and straight ahead on the QB draw, Harris. And Team Electric is back on top.
No doubt, 2 great plays, electricity going. You can see the flashing in the stadium right now. They've got the lead.
Well, I miss Boof. In the past, they've had the young youth players flood to the end zone to celebrate those touchdowns, but
I think crowd control purposes and the enthusiasm of the youngsters here is always something to manage.
Well, the dual threat quarterback, J.R. Harris, goes straight ahead for a 5-yard touchdown run, 13-8. And Matthew Mahoney from the Lambert Longhorns in Swanee, Georgia, splits the uprights. 14-8, your new score.
Just as we wind down the third, you were just mentioning we had no scores, and there you get it, Neil, right there, gift wrapped and everything.
The jet sweep, an electrifying play from Traveris TJ Sly from the Dunbar Tigers right up the road in Fort Myers, Florida. And his 67-yard run set them into prime position. And here's another look at it. Edge blocking exceptional, and then the speed does the rest. Such a pedestrian end to that run. You were thinking it might deserve a better fate, but a great job to save a touchdown, even if it was for one play. Bobbled by Lane, who's back to receive, the Oklahoma City native. Will take it to the 25. And it's not just the experience of this game, it's getting used to being in the spotlight, right, Boof, for the full week that these freshman All-Americans will maybe see down the road in the All-American Bowl in San Antonio a few years from now, but more importantly, just having all the attention drawn to them, and they're treated like superstars when they come here from the community in Collier County and all that brings the bells and whistles with it throughout the week.
Absolutely. The guys are treated first class, whether it be from the accommodations of the hotels to the practice facilities to the swag, and the camaraderie that is built throughout the week is also great. Media training that these kids get does help them when they get to the collegiate level, even the high school level, and dealing with the press.
The quarterback, Oscar Fry, he gives to Jacoby Dixon. And Dixon will take that football up around the 30 and will bring us to the end of the third quarter here in Naples, Southwest Florida, the Paradise Coast Sports Complex. 1 quarter remains In the 13th FBU All-American Bowl, it's Team Electric 14, Team Impact 8. Back to Naples in a moment on the FBU YouTube channel.
Team Mom of the Year award. So I'm going to kick it up to my partner in crime up in the booth, Steve Quinn, to announce the winners of these awards this year. Steve? Partner in crime and your boss. FBU would like to recognize several people for their outstanding work and achievements with FBU and their cities that they hail from. First, the Team Sportsmanship Award will go to Team Matt Avery, Team Director PJ Vanderride, Team Mom Mary Ellen Lee. Let's give it up for Team Sportsmanship Award winner, Team Massachusetts Avery. And for our Team Director of the Year award, it's his first year director with 4 teams in the tournament. He's playing for the 10U title tomorrow. Let's give it up for Team Director of the Year out of Pennsylvania, John Coleman. And lastly, but the most important of them all, is our Team Mom of the Year award. You all know Team Moms run you football. Let's give it up for Team Maryland's Ashley Quarles, who's been a Team Mom for 3 years. Congratulations, Ashley. Well deserved. And well deserved to all the Team Moms across the country that do so much work for the athletes. Congratulations to our Team Sportsmanship Award, Team Director of the Year, and Team Mom of the Year. Sponsored by and driven by Football University. Great job, guys.
Start of the fourth quarter, Neil Sika, longtime FBU ambassador Joe Buffard, 14-8, Electric over Impact in the 13th FBU All-American Bowl. Some awards between the quarters for the team moms and the administrators, and that's such a big part for these young kids who are traveling long distances. It's not, of course, just the freshman All-American, the championships. They added a 10U division. You'll have the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade championship games tomorrow, and they go all across the country to find these all-star teams that will come in, and there's so much support allowing them to be present for one of the great youth sports moments of their young lives.
I agree. And we think about the coaches and the players, but really game operations, the travel, everything else is all key to the success on the field.
From top to bottom, all here at Football University, where all these players are trying to get better. Out of the flat, that's found. And the pass complete with speed to Byrne, and on the move outside the 10. What a run on the play with that completion to Julius Jones, and this was the player that so many were excited about. Jones, who had 3 touchdowns on that playoff run for St. Thomas Aquinas. The Raiders in Fort Lauderdale won their 5th consecutive championship at the 3M level over the weekend, where they beat Homestead 31-28. He had a touchdown in that game, and that's the first time they've really been able to get him the ball, and he's found the open space with the yards after the catch. They spot it down at the 15-yard line. "64 yards on that run and catch. Back in the flat. Nothing doing this time. You know, they wanted him, but Josiah Robinson said, I am going to make the play. And he already has tonight with an interception.
And it was a great tackle right there, great electric play.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 12.
So it brings up 2nd and 12.
Will Coach Ballard put it in the air?
Play Florida high school rules here. Oscar Fry has 3 receivers and Jacoby Dixon in the backfield. He'll swing that out.
Pass completed to the far side.
Quick little cut to the outside before George Harris making the stop.
Going to be hit immediately. Gave him about 6 on the play.
Got Kareem Shaw and Julius Jones to contend with. It's Jones again with another reception. He's got 2 on this drive, including the big catch and run. Jones 7 offers. Missouri, Kentucky, Pitt, South Florida, Florida International. They bring Baker back in. They're ready for his run this time.
Quarterback keeps run up the middle.
He's got the impact touchdown.
2 on the play. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That was on back-to-back series late in the first half. Going to bring up 4th down and call it 7.
Right.
7:35 and counting, and timeouts. They'll kick the field goal here. Rory McNeese. With a 21-yard attempt.
Field goal
And
attempt.
McNeese, bullseye.
And good.
There's video of him on social media knocking one in from 60 on his home field in Brownwood, and so that is a piece of cake.
Still on top of team impact, 14 to 11.
14 to 11, it's a 3-point game.
Ball game.
Yeah, it was perfect. Right through the uprights. No questioning on that kick. And you can see, again, in a showcase game, defense is really going to put too much pressure on it, try to block it. Let's see what Team Electric does with the ball in their hands. Will they hold on to the lead in this 4th quarter?
Reminder that you can blitz, but it's got to be in the last 2 minutes of the half, so that would fall into play in the final 2 minutes here in the 4th quarter. Electric led first, Impact followed. They took the lead by 1. Team Electric back on top. The J.R. Harris touchdown run, and then the field goal by McNeese. And he will kick off from the 40. Play Florida high school rules here. This FBU All-American Bowl.
Kick return fielded by number 7. He finds a seam.
On the return, it's Jaden Kelly.
Take it down.
And the South Carolinian
Right around
with a nice chunk of yards
7-yard line. That's
out over the 35 to the 37. Back comes the Electric offense.
against Team Impact's defense.
Rod Dollar, you see him right in the middle. He's the offensive line coach at Prince Avenue Christian.
And again, we don't really take too much time to appreciate the coaches. We mention the head coaches every once in a while, Neil, but the assistant coaches all have great pedigrees of football experience and coaching that they bring to this team.
Landon Holly has Bala in the backfield. He'll hand to him. And the rugby pile goes forward for about 6 yards for Xavier Bala.
Pushes his way forward. Gain of 6 on the play. It's going to bring him second down and 4.
So both teams, Neil, on the coaching staff have coaches with NFL experience, high school experience, active college coaches on certain areas, Division II, Division III level, that just love being around our kids.
Yeah, the benefit is mutual in that situation. Holly got decked as he threw it up. It's caught. Cade Gooden, who's shown that despite being a signal caller for much of his season, he can do it on the outside too. Another big reception. He's got 3 in this game. And Holly took the hit, but hangs in there to deliver to Gooden, who's got it at the impact 33-yard line. Team with the football leads by 3. We're inside of 6 minutes remaining in the game.
Number 13, Xavier Bala.
There's Xavier Bala again on the carry, finding his way for some positive yardage there.
Gain of 6 on the play is going to bring up 2nd down and 4.
There's been some patient running, but mentioned earlier the guys up front, Moss, Caraway, Peaks, Dean, Burkhart, Hull. They've more than handled that defensive front of Team Impact, and there's another Bala run. He worms his way to the 15-yard line. That's 12 more. It's a first down.
That it is. Great vision by him, cutting, seeing where the hole opens, and then exploding through, getting into that second level very quickly.
Trying to make this a 2-possession game inside of 5 minutes. And the big play to Gooden from Holly. Holly in there with Joseph now in the backfield. Holly rolls, wide open, has his man, touchdown. For the second time, Michael Stringer, the American Heritage Patriot, salutes his line, his offense. It's his second touchdown, and it's 20-11.
It's a great throw by the quarterback. Right on the money, puts it on a straight line to wide open receiver.
On the touchdown reception.
So Michael Stringer, who loves Devontae Smith, and he was laughing with me last night saying, I only was in this game, and it's sprung Team Electric to a 21-11 lead after the extra point from Matthew Mahoney. So a 10-point lead with 4:45 remaining for Rod Dollar's group.
Well, now these offenses are starting to click a little bit. I almost like to add another quarter here. You know, now that they're getting some flow going, making some big plays, see if we can extend this game a little bit.
So a little bit of an uphill climb now. Now the offense of Team Impact has some work to do. It's a jubilant sideline for the moment. Team Electric. Last couple of years under Anthony Williams, Team Addy Zero, which he coached to a 39-23 win, and then he was managing Team Three Stripe, which was the team who wore white. He won it 22-7 back in 2021. This is the 4th year the game has been played on this field. The up man returning that kick, and good field position coming for Team Impact, but they're down 10 with 4:38 remaining. Rolling with Derek Baker. He's got Jordan Lane with him in the backfield. His twin brother on the near side of your screen in the slot. Trying to get out under pressure. Baker steered out that way. There's that man, Zane Rowe, in pursuit. Baker ran for 442 yards at St. Thomas Aquinas. Already learned about his teammate Julius Jones making plays in the passing game. He's looking for him here. He's got him. The throw is low, but it's good enough for a first down right near midfield.
And that's going to be enough for a first down.
Jones, wanted man for that offensive impact. We're down 10 points. Brewer,
Pass completed near side.
the mild reception of a couple of yards.
To number 84, Luke Brewer.
Luke Brewer, he's got an athletic family. His sister, an Iowa softball commit. 2nd and 8. The low snap, Baker. Julius Jones trying to spin out of the tackle of Josiah Robinson. He's had a nice game tonight.
Going to quickly go out of bounds. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3.
3rd and 3. With 3 receivers, but it's Brewer, the tight end, coming off the line that Baker finds. And a smart play to keep the sticks moving.
Absolutely. Nice speed out by the tight end. It's always a safe pass to make.
First down.
Stops the clock, moves the chains.
Three and a half left. Derek Baker, Zane Rowe in pursuit. Baker throws it away. Finished off by Baker's high school teammate at Geyer, Kyron Haywood. Kyron Haywood came in from Minnesota, moving to Texas, and lived with Zane Rowe before he started school. They are the closest of friends, and they are wreaking some havoc defensively for Team Electric up front. That was the talk out of the practices, that defensive line for Team Electric. Can they get home here and finish the job? Baker got flattened, got it away. It falls incomplete. There might have been some light contact. He was looking for Lane.
Yep, I don't see any flags on the play.
Speaking of Haywood, he was right there. And actually a great job in coverage by Caleb Cruz to not put his hand on Lane. The Permian Panther just kind of acting as the shadow of Lane there with the ball falling incomplete. And so we hit 3rd and 10. At the Electric 44. They lead by 10 with 3:19 remaining. Lane in the backfield with Baker.
Lots of pressure up.
Crew Jones coming after him. Crew Jones nearly got to him. Baker got it away. It'll go incomplete. When in doubt, just heave it for Julius Jones, who was running that post corner, but he had a long way to go, and it brings up 4th down.
Time's ticking, 3 minutes to go. Not on Team Impact's side. They need to be much better with clock management when they get that ball back.
I don't want to say this is the football game because there's timeouts to be disposed of, but if Electric gets the stop here, they'll feel pretty good about securing a victory for Rod Dollar and company for the first time in a few years. That throw up top to the outside at the 31 is complete to Jones. but I don't think it's enough.
Nope, I think we're short by about a yard or two.
Turnover on downs. It's only a gain of about 8. And Team Electric stifling D when it matters most. They take it over back from Team Impact. Julius Jones has found much of his targets in the second half. Unable to get to the marker despite the fine catch climbing the ladder. And we've seen Joe, mainly since the third quarter's gone on, the offensive line of Team Electric has gotten a little bit more of a push too. And they can try and go into ball control mode right now.
True, but I love to see what Team Impact defensive coordinator Spencer Atkins, local coach, local prodigy, former NFL player, what he's going to have dialed up to see if they can turn the ball over and give it back to the Impact offense.
Now Rod Dollar has Joel Taylor calling his defense, and he's a veteran of these All-American Bowls. He's done a fine job getting them ready to face a talented backfield of Team Impact and that receiving threat of Jones. They run the sweep to the outside, trying to get TJ Sly doing what he did earlier in the half. A timeout called here by Team Impact after a minimal gain of maybe a half yard. That linebacking core they were oozing over. Leofau Luomoli, Demetrius Parada, DJ Rumpf, mentioned Hova Wilford. They all fly to the ball, and they are fierce. You've got to be so much more than just stopping the run because of the way the game is played now, right? You got to be able to get into pass coverage and defend the tight ends or the slot receivers.
With all these RPO options, you got to be constantly head on a swivel, making sure you're covering as much space as possible on defense. And if our viewers haven't noticed anything, the speed of this game on both sides of the ball is intense. And that's what separates these kids. That's why they're here, is their speed compared to what you might see at the local level.
I think that is always the thing through the years when I've been a part of this, or even the 8th grade FBU National Championship. It's like a varsity game.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Second timeout called by Impact after a gain of 4 from Joseph.
Like I said earlier in the broadcast, the next time these athletes see this much talent on the same field will be A, the All-American Bowl game on NBC, or playing on Sunday. They'll all go to colleges. We've already got offers on the field right now, but to have this much talent and this much speed, it's got to be one of those two options in their future. The All-American Bowl game on NBC, and I've said that there for numerous years when I've watched it. The next time those guys see the most amount of talent on the same field is when they're playing on Sundays. And the players have even reflected on that. The alumni All-Americans that have come back were former Army All-Americans, etc., have always said that they've never been on the same field with that much talent other than these bowl games.
That first Saturday in January, you can catch the latest edition of the All-American Bowl on NBC. You've got the National Combine out there. Top 500 juniors. And the memorable declarations that players make. In an era of college football that we're all still getting used to with the transfer portal and just the realignment of the conferences and how that will shake out down the road. Harris on a QB keeper. He scored a touchdown on that run, and on that delay, he's got enough for a first down. So a back-breaking run for the Impact defense. The wheels of J.R. Harris with the clock running at 2:25.
Ball be placed at the 42-yard line.
Well, Neil, continue your comment about the All-American Bowl game on NBC. I don't have the roster in front of me, but I know that there are a ton of alumni from this game playing in that game, as well as the Under Armour All-American Bowl game.
The circle of a young athlete's football life, the way it goes for Football University. Joseph on the dive play straight ahead. They don't have the timeouts posted on the scoreboard, but since Impact did not take one after that first round, indicating to us that they were out of them. And it spent their second and third timeouts. And with 90 seconds remaining, Electric just a few moments away from victory formation. Turnovers early, and then some left jabs and right hooks were thrown in succession. Teams changing scores in the first half, but it was Electric that made the plays and found enough on the offensive end to bolster themselves to a 21-11 lead. We hit a minute remaining. Impact powerless to stop it, and the ground game has gotten going here late third quarter on for the team in white. They've got another first down. Steve Quinn, Eric Richards, a salute to them. Matt Lauer, all the football university.
Yep, Anthony Williams
brass.
oversees the selection committee.
Another outstanding job compiling just over 60 of the nation's top freshmen. Hopefully one day state associations will allow maybe Ohio or Michigan, Tennessee,
yep,
California to get in on this game. There were Florida, Georgia, Texas, the heavy doses of the states represented, 21 in all. There will not be another snap taken. Rod Dollar can cash in again with another victory in the FBU All-American Bowl. His Team Electric 21-11 over Team Impact here tonight in Naples.
Well, Neil, I think it's really the coaches that truly know who won, who lost. It's the players' experience, the players' takeaways from this game, being part of it, being part of the Bowl Week experience down here in Naples. It is always a fantastic, and that's what they're going to take away, their friendships. And I tell you what, Neil, over the years, it's been so much fun to follow these guys 3-4 years from now on recruiting trips, and they're all of a sudden they're reconnected again because they're all part of the same recruiting class. These guys will see each other on recruiting trips. They'll be on the stayovers, the campus visits, etc., and they'll have that bond that started right here. And obviously social media allows them to connect and build those strong relationships together, but they are good.
21-11 is the final score. And Neil Sika, FBU Ambassador Joe Buffard, we have known each other for years. It was great to bring you into the
Neil,
booth.
I tell you what, it's been fun because I'm always behind the curtain making everything move here, and it was a privilege to come out and have some fun with you on this side of the curtain. And certainly love and respect everything you've done for the brand over our years, whether it was from day one of building the FBU National Championship to our East Bay games,
sure,
the history that we've had of this great year. So it's greatly appreciate your expertise, your professionalism that you bring to the broadcast here. It's can't ask for anything better. So happy holidays, brother.
Merry Christmas to you and the family for sure. And tomorrow we've got the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade national championships. Anthony Williams, who coached Team Impact, will join me here in the booth. And the matchup in 8th grade, we've got Maryland and Ohio. You've got Bradenton and Dallas in 6th grade. You've got Maryland and Utah in 7th grade. So we're expecting maybe a Maryland uprising perhaps. Again, Ohio won the 7th grade title. A lot of those kids are back. And that's the final piece of Bowl Week. But I look forward to it every December, and I know you do. And we just watched 65 of the nation's rookie best from their freshman year, and they're not going to be the last time you hear from them, that's for sure.
No doubt. And it's a great accumulation of their entire youth football season where these kids play in their local leagues, whether it be Pop Warner, regional, recreational leagues, and then being plucked from those local leagues onto these all-star teams, coming together in a short period of time with the coaches, the players, the team moms, everybody else, and then really competing in the regional rounds of the FBU National Championship to find out if you punch your ticket, won your regionals to get down here to Naples for championship week. And win, lose, yes, we all want to win the national championship with the FBU National Championship, but just the experience of being down here is fun. And the kids walk away with a great experience, and I know a lot of the families that I've interacted with from my Northeast area are just having a great time down here.
Yeah, we had a great time. Great to see you.
Good to see you.
We're going to take it down to the field for the award presentations, and we'll let you know that there are a couple of MVPs in this game. Michael Stringer with the 2 touchdowns, and Julius Jones, the receiver for Team Impact, and then the All-American Bowl invites for this class of 2027, 3 years from now. Zayden Gamble and Zane Rowe will be featured in those All-American Bowl invites And Eric Richards is going to present that now. Let's send it down to the field, and then we will bring it back up here to wrap things up. So there you see the announcements which we prefaced moments before we sent it down to Eric Richards. Zayden Gamble, Zane Rowe, they earned the All-American Bowl invites. They're the class of 2027, and then the MVPs of this game, two receivers, Julius Jones, and the great story of Michael Stringer, who was, you get invites out to different players. Sometimes they can't make it. He was an ad late in the week, came on and scored 2 touchdowns in this 13th edition of the FBU All-American Bowl. 21-11, the final score, Team Electric over Team Impact. We want to thank William Warfield, his great crew from Prep Spin. We are not done here. Bowl week from Naples tomorrow, 1 o'clock, kickoff, the 6th grade FBU National Championship, the 11th edition of the 6th grade game, the 12th edition of the 7th grade game, and then the 13th overall edition of the 8th grade championship at 5 o'clock tomorrow on the Football University YouTube page. For the longtime FBU ambassador Joe Buffard, I'm Neil Sika, and we say thanks for watching from the Paradise Sports Complex Stadium here in Naples, Florida. Enjoy your night, and we'll see you tomorrow for the FBU National Championships.